All right. Wait. So share my screen. All right. Wait. Can everyone see it?
Yep.
All right. Okay. We were chapters 18 and 19, and it's me and Jonas. So the main characters were Sonia, Rodrigo, Maria, and Abuelita. And then the summary of it would be Sonia and Rodrigo arrive at Abuelita's house and are thrown a big party to celebrate their arrival. Sonia is very uncomfortable and is having a hard time adjusting to life in Mexico. She's woken up very early by her grandma and is tested by some sort of egg ritual to see what is wrong with her. While her brother is out partying, Sonia has to go down to the river and wash clothes. Sonia and Maria wash up and have lunch before heading back to their grandmother's house. And then some important quotes I found were in Mexico, I'm more than a stupid American. How funny I thought, because in America, I was nothing more than a stupid Mexican. And then that's on page 151 and 152.
Hey, just pause for a second. Let us get there. Hold on.
Okay.
151. I like this quote too. I had it too. So everybody get there. Check it out.
Wait, do you want me to like pause between each one? So,
Maybe, or just once everybody's kind of in mode. Yeah, just pause for a second.
okay.
Okay. And so I like that quote. What did you say what you put that under?
I probably put it under, I think it was discrimination.
Mm-hmm.
Or,
Yeah. I think that's good. Mm-hmm.
I'm not
I
really
agree.
sure.
No, I agree. I put that under discrimination.
Yeah. And then I'd heard about this superstitious witch doctor stuff before, but I'd never actually seen it in real life. On 154.
All right. And where'd you put that one?
I think under values, the values of Hispanic families, because like um, her grandma kind of like, I guess that's like a cultural. I'm not really sure about that
Oh,
one,
I agree.
but
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they, use maybe some more, in that culture, especially like in Mexico, more, alternative medicine, as opposed to kind of our more Western medicine all the time. No, I think that's part of their culture. That's good.
and then I put Maria was yet another victim of Mexican poverty and oppression. No education, no money, no hope for any kind of good job, no nothing. And that's on 161.
And again, will you tell us where you put it?
Um,
Where, you think,
I don't remember. Okay, I don't remember where I put this one, but I think
where do you think it would fit?
uh, I'm pretty sure I put it like I don't know if it was value. No, not like expectations of Mexican women, because like they're expected to like do like the cleaning and everything, and because of that, she's not gonna be able to like when she's older have a very good job because
Yeah, I
yeah.
could see that. I put that one under stereotypes. So I think your justification was fine, but I think she was stereotyping her cousin, right? She was like, "Oh, here you go, another poor Mexican girl." Dot dot dot. So I
Yeah.
hear what you're saying, but that's where I put it.
Okay, and then we finally arrived at the river, and before I knew it, I was washing clothes on rocks like they had done in the Stone Ages, or in the Stone Age,
Mhm.
on 164. And then I put this one under expectations of Hispanic women because since they might not have had like a washer or dryer in her grandma's house, they had to go to the river and wash them, and then like it's their job because they're the woman of the household. And while Rodrigo gets to like run around and party and stuff.
Yep.
All right, can I move on next slide?
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then I just made like a quick timeline for the collage, just using like pictures. The first one's like when they arrive at our house. The second one's the party. And then the third one's the egg, where her abuelita is trying to find out what's wrong with her. And then Maria and Sonia like walking to the river, and then the last one's them like washing their clothes in the river. And that was the slideshow. And then, all right, and then Jonas should have the Kahoot.
And I got the questions too.
Yeah.
So for number 23, my answer. Well, is everybody ready? Okay.
You're talking about the questions that go with it. Is that what you're going to answer here?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Answer to number 23 I put is because she feels that everybody is jealous of her and looks at her as an imposter. And then answering the second question, I said yes, she is definitely experiencing discrimination inside her family. For the answer for number 24, my answer was that she is emotionally and mentally in trouble and doesn't know what she wants and is very confused with herself, I think. And then my assumption for number 25 was that Maria let a boy have sex with her, then leave her without a trace of information or support, and that the baby was just and that the baby was just the start of like multiple babies. Yeah. Okay. Now we ready for the Kahoot.
Wait, do you want us to like? When do you want us to ask people for quotes? Like,
Oh, why don't we do it now? Since you brought it up, I was going to do, yeah. I mean, I'd rather do it now. So since you brought it up, otherwise we do it after. It doesn't really matter.
oh yeah. So just like if anyone had any quotes from chapters 18 and 19 and would be willing to share.
I had one. It's on page 151. Let me see what part.
You can always count on Caleb for a good quote.
It was at the very bottom.
Sorry, what page did you say, Caleb?
151.
Okay.
And I didn't know to put this for stereotypes or discrimination, but I put in discrimination. It was, in Mexico, I was nothing more than a stupid American.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then go ahead, Brandon.
I had that one also. It was a good quote.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then right, so it's this whole thing, and it's like very true. Like in Mexico, I was nothing more than a stupid American, and in America, I'm nothing more than a stupid Mexican, right? It's this whole like you're kind of stuck, right? It's like in Mexico, you're not really viewed as a Mexican. In American, you're not really viewed as an American. You know, so it's hard to find your place. It's hard to find who you are, your identity, because both cultures kind of, you know, don't fully accept you, I think is the idea there. So yeah, I think that's a really good quote. What else we got? How is this always so hard for everyone? I mean, you're looking at your quote paper. Don't you have a couple quotes? Are we writing down quotes as we go? Hold on, Caleb. Okay, hold on. I mean, I just don't get it. Are you filling the paper out with us? What's going on? Nobody? Don't be shy. I don't know what the problem is. There's a bunch of good quotes here. I got one on page 144. I got one on page 146. You sure? Okay, well, back to you, Caleb. Go ahead.
Okay, this one was on page 149. And it was for expectations of Hispanic women. What part of the page?
Okay.
It also it was the last paragraph. and I put, I guess after having 13 kids and 41 grandkids, a person stops micromanaging everyone's behavior.
Totally. Yeah, I think that's true. After a while, you just kind of let it go. So yeah, I think that's a, again, kind of a stereotype that Mexicans have big families. Anybody else? All right, well, since we're talking about, I'll give you one more at least. On page 146, I liked this one about a pocha. It's kind of like what we just talked about. It says a pocha is what real Mexicans who live in Mexico call Mexicans who live in El Norte. They say our Spanish isn't as good, that we act in ways that are not like the old country, and that we're arrogant and conceited because America's our home and we have so much more than they ever will. No, pocha is not really a curse word, but it's definitely insulting, especially when you're being called it over and over again. So again, it's this idea that in America, you're not American enough, and then in Mexico, you're not Mexican enough. So I think that's a good example of discrimination again, because you can have discrimination towards Hispanics or whatever group you're talking about. You can also have discrimination within a group, right? So I think that's another good example of some discrimination there. All right. Well, why don't we keep going, Brayden? Or Jonas, sorry, whoever was up next, and we'll see where we go.
We're gonna do the
Okay. Ooh.
I hooped.
Can you all see it?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Let's try and get there if we're not there yet. Let me see how many we should have. 1, 2, probably more than that. Another, I don't know, 2 people? 3 people? All right, get yourself in so we can start.
Okay.
Oh, here, you know what? Oh, go ahead. That's fine. You go ahead. Woo, missing. Almost said that quote a minute ago, but I didn't. Big families, right? finally on the board.
Oh, snap. Oh, I put the wrong name.
Oh, well, so you mean Sonia, right?
Yes.
I didn't even notice, to be honest. We got the idea. Oh, gosh. I don't even know. Yeah, I think we're good. Zoe, nice job. All the fun things, right? Yeah. Jonas, are you supposed to be playing your own game?
Can't get any participation points for it.
I think you're good on participation points. Oh gosh. Ooh.
Snap.
Senora dropped down on that one. I think the wind is messing with my internet. Is anybody else having trouble? I feel like it's the wind, maybe. All right, she's getting some points. Evelyn, Lay, and Zoe. Nice work. And Grace can have a point too. All right, gracias. All right, you guys have anything else? Is everything? Okay, give them a little applauso, applauso. Nice work, nice work. Thanks for presenting. So let's see. Obviously, we want to give some upcoming groups like Grace, Brian, John, Zoe, Magali, Blay, Alejandro. I would say you three groups. Let's get together today. And Layla, Claire, you guys can decide if you want to stick around for a minute. I'm happy to put you in a group, although Sierra's not here today. So let's see. Two things I want to remind you of before I let you go if you're not presenting in the next couple days. So look, here's where we are, right? We just had them present. So for the weekend, you've got chapters 20 and 21. Here they are. And also, if you did not do that prediction activity from yesterday, I want that done by today, or I'm not going to take it because you can't predict once you've read farther. Now, what I did clarify on there, if you missed it, only do the first column. Okay, you don't have to tell me what actually happens because we're not there yet. So that comes at the end. So just do the first column. It's your guesses about what's going to happen with all those different relationships. Okay, so some of you have turned it in, some of you haven't. If you haven't, work on that. Otherwise, you can use your last 20 minutes to read unless you are about to go in a breakout room. So please make sure Grace, Brian, John, Zoe, Magali, Blay, Alejandro stick around. And then anybody else that wants to is welcome to. Okay? Have a great weekend and be ready for your reading on Monday. Hasta luego if you're leaving us. Stay if you're not.